Yeah, check this out. Supercharging. Look at these numbers. There's what somebody charging right here. Right behind me. Some dude in a dog. I thought I heard a girl laugh. So that one's in use. This one's available. I didn't know which one to. I didn't know which one it was, but I picked the right one. Look at this. Oh, it's not showing now. This sucker is charging at 20 kilowatts. 20 kilowatts, and it goes like up to 50 kilowatts, but it depends on your car, right? If you got a different kind of car, it'll go up to 50 kilowatts, 100 kilowatts, whatever. But that's definitely. I'm going to turn this on to see what's going on with it. Okay. Yeah, so I got it plugged into the CHAdeMO. See, check it out. Got it plugged into the CHAdeMO fast charger. And you can see there it's already up to 53%. It's charging at 18,000 watts. This is a 62,000 watt DC charger. So that's pretty cool because I didn't know if it had the fast charger on it, but because the first time I tried charging it, it didn't charge and I had to go back home. So I didn't know if it had the fast charger on it. By the way, we're at Interstate 5 and 198 in Coalinga, California. You can see everything's shut down. They used to have a Chinese restaurant right there. It's shut down. They have a motel. And then they had another restaurant. I think that was Denny's. And it shut down. You can see that place across the street. That Best Western. They also have a charge place there. And they got all kinds of solar panels. They got solar panels for days. But you can see I'm already up to 38 miles. When I left the house, I was at 57-mile range because I didn't charge it fully yesterday. And so it was kind of hectic coming down here because, I wouldn't have had enough range to make it back. I'd be about like 5 miles short. And, well, this is a not good surprise. It frickin' plugged on and it started going for it. And the mileage is just going up 1 mile per minute or half minute. It's just moving. And so anyway, I brought my GPS, my trucker GPS. If I'd have had this when I went down to pick this up in Santa Cruz, it would have been a piece of cake. But because that damn car that I rented didn't have one of these types of plugs in it, right? So that you plug it in, it just messed up the whole thing. I ended up having to go all the way through Paso Robles. But anyway, so yeah, so I made it down here, and so I'm going to charge this thing up. I know that fast charge works on it, so that's cool, because now I don't have to sit around and wait for 3 hours to get a full charge, and I'm gonna charge it up full now. And oh yeah, I was going to show you. I hooked this thing up today, and at first I didn't think it was going to work, and it's still acting kind of goofy. I think somebody on the other side's doing some funky stuff. Here comes Mercedes-Benz, who does not know how to drive. It's either a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW. I don't know the difference between one or the other. He just took off. I don't know why. And yeah, so I was like, I didn't think it was gonna work, but because you have to hit Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and all this bull crap, man. And but it started working, and I've got it on my main phone. Not my main phone, but I've been putting everything on this phone. But now that I've got this is called Leaf Spy. Let's check it out. This is called Leaf Spy, and it shows you everything what's going on with your leaf. Right now it says that the high voltage battery is at barely 50%. So I don't know, that's weird. I have to learn how to use this. But it says that it's at negative 15 kilowatt. No. Yeah, it says negative 14 kilowatt or something. I don't know what's that all about. My battery is 393 volts. State of charge is 60% charge. So that's pretty good. That means I got a lot of range left. And the high voltage battery is the amperage. It's taking 50 some amperes right now. I don't know why it says negative. It says negative kilowatts and negative amperage. Let me go up here and check this real quick. Should be charging. Looks like it's charging. Yeah, it's still charging. So I don't put a negative sign right there. That's kind of weird. But so now I'm going to get full charge, and I'm just going to make a beeline for Lemoore and see if their charger's working. They got one of these. They got one fast charger in Lemoore, and they got one in Hanford, but it's not one of these. It doesn't have this connector on it. It has a CCS connector, and this one here is the Japanese type connector. And so I'm going to make a beeline because I'm going to get those pasture raised eggs. They're only $4. So I'm going to go pick up the pasture raised eggs, because last time I was in there I didn't know they were there. I was looking for the ones that have the black thing on them, the Vital brand. Half the shelf was empty. So I figured the ones that were in the plastic container, I figured those were just regular eggs, right? Like regular, I don't know, just regular eggs, regular brown eggs. And so, I've got some stuff to tell you about the organic stuff. There's some crazy stuff that I've learned last night, and I'll be showing you these products. I'm gonna go up to Walmart and get a few things, but for the mamas out there, they're gonna be pissed. I don't know if anybody else has made any videos on this subject. I'll check it out. Before I speak on it, I'll check out the YouTube. I'll check out YouTube and see if anybody has talked about this, because the mamas are gonna be pissed when they hear about this. But I think it's more than what meets the eye. I think it's actually corporation effing around, trying to make other people look bad, as in Walmart and Target. Okay, the marketing experts, they're effing around. Okay, so don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There is a company that has good organic products. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater and just look at the company that is making these products and just tell the store that you don't appreciate them putting this garbage up on the shelves. Not to stop shopping there and shop somewhere else, because I think this is sabotage. This is the way they do crap. They think they're smart. And so I'm going to tell you some stuff that's going to make the mamas pissed. And they're going to be pissed at the store that has this garbage on the shelves. Okay, so I'll tell you all about that. But I am going to get some sodas, of course, and some kombucha. A good soda. That stuff I was talking about last night was stevia. Okay, I looked it up. I'll double check. But they say that stevia can have some bullshit in it. Okay, and they don't have to tell you about it. Before I say what it is, I'm going to check it out again and make sure that I read what I read. But there's no reason for them to be putting this dog shit in the stuff, okay? It already has sugar. It already has sugar from the fruit juice. There's no reason for them to have agave and stevia in it. But yet, it's light years better than the colas that are on the market and all the freaking nasty ass other sodas that are on the market. It's light years better than them. One can costs $2. Pay an extra $1 and you get the best, right? And yeah, there is a girl in there. She's pretty fine looking too. But anyway, so it's $2 for these sodas. I'm gonna get root beer, and I'll probably just get one, and then the kombuchas I'll probably get two. $6. That's $3 each. I just drink them conservatively. Besides, you don't want to be pounding down carbonated stuff anyways, right? Even though you do already. But okay, one other thing. So what kind of car is this? It's a nice little blue car. I don't know what kind of car it is. I'm assuming they drive off. The chick is driving. The dude's in the passenger side. Lucky dude. I don't know what kind of car it is. It looks like an A on the back. But also, you remember is my signal good? Let me check my signal, because I'm checking out the battery on here and everything. 10.8 kilowatts remain. Cool. Okay. I don't know what the GIDS means. State of charge is 68%. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let me check my signal here real quick. Yeah, that makes the whole difference. I didn't know if it had, but I looked at it and I remember I saw on a YouTube channel, they said if it has the high voltage wires there, it's got it. So I looked and it did. I was like, yeah, but I wasn't certain that it was there, but now I know. So this is cool. And so let me check my signal real quick. And I called to check to see how much it costs to put a new battery in it. And it costs more than buying a new used car. And you still got a rebate on this sucker, right? And so I gotta check into the rebate. Okay. And plus on the I better not say it, knock on wood. Okay. So this one looks like it's doing pretty good. Let me check out my signal here, and then I'll tell you about this other thing that I found out. Okay, it's like somebody is putting the stuff up there for me. I don't know if it's AI or what, right? Because It listens to you. Okay, so let me check this. Okay, here I am, just checking my signal. I'm way out here, so I never come out here. Like I told you, I'm on the Interstate 5 at the 198 in California. This is where Harris Ranch is right across the street, the restaurant. The ranch itself that has all the bulls and cattle and all that, they send cattle to the whole United States, is about 10 miles that way. They got the big Harris Ranch feedlot. But the Harris Ranch restaurant, which is famous, really expensive, supposedly have good steak. I've never been in there. But anyhow, yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm checking the signal. I was going to go when I was doing pharmacy technician. Everybody went there, but I didn't. I was going to go when I was... Hello. Thanks for leaving comment. So it looks like my signal is excellent. And I will check my main phone, which is sitting in the sun. So it was about to start cutting out. I got 3 bars on 4G, so that should be just fine. Okay, so if you want a kick-ass GPS, especially if you're doing stuff in an EV and you're first getting started, oh, you don't know how to use one. This is a trucker GPS, so I know exactly how to use it, right? It's a Garmin Diesel 580. That's DEZL. Garmin Diesel 580. One of the best GPS ever made. Okay, I think it's better than the... No. So, okay, I'll tell you about what I'm going to pick up at Walmart. But before I do that, I want to tell you about the girls. Right? Is this one getting hot? Getting a little bit warm. I just, it's in the sun. How can I block this sun? I'll put this box right there. That'll keep the sun off the phone. Yeah. Okay. So, check this out. You're not going to believe it. I have to go in and look for the one channel. But the other girls' channel, the 2 girls that I was telling you about, these college girls, okay? They were making a video the other night. And I told you, I said I got a video picture of the one girl's channel. I don't remember her channel name, but I remember the other girl's channel. Okay? And the other girl's channel name was Genuine LE. Genuine Lay. And I looked all over for it and I couldn't find it. Okay? So I'm going to go in and look for the other girls. I think I got, yeah, because I always use this one. I always use this cheaper phone. By the way, people who manufacture phones, namely TCL and Samsung, those are basically the ones I use, make the phones like this. This is the TCL. I don't know what it is, but the camera is not as good as the TCL 10. Okay, my main phone here is a TCL 10, and it has a 50 megapixel camera on it. The camera is the best camera out of all my phones that I've ever had. Okay, but I always use this phone because it's kind of like a Apple phone, I guess, right? But these manufacturers need to start making the phones like this with a little bit of an edge on there. Okay, it makes life so much better if you're doing live streams, so you don't lose the signal, right? Accidentally. But I found that I like using this phone better than any other phones. Well, for one reason, my TCLs, the batteries drain on them so fast. Where this one, the Samsung, the battery lasts forever. But it's a smaller phone, and it's not shaped square like this. It's light and everything like that. I always use this one to record. But for looking at stuff, surfing the internet and doing things, the main go-to is this one right here, and it's a cheapie. But it's square. It's shaped square. It's not like the other one. They need to make the a good one that uses, you know, the 50 megahertz camera with this type of enclosure. Okay, so this girl, I got her picture on here. I got her, whatchamacallit. I'm gonna check it out, okay? She's probably gone because that genuine lay is nowhere to be found. So you saw, no, you didn't see. These girls, this thing's almost full. No, it's not. These girls were, to me, they looked like they were high as a kite. The one chick was cracking up. She was like wired, right? And I'm just like, this is bizarre. People don't behave like this on YouTube. I was thinking to myself, everybody else is going to start acting normal like this, right? And because that's all they do is copy, imitate people who are on here. So this was unusual. And this girl, she was just like, you know, she was cracking up, and she was smart. She was sharp as a whip, and they both were. And I'm like, is she drunk? Right? And they were sitting here, they were drinking matcha. Right? I guess this comes from Brazil. I used to have a teacher. She was from Brazil, and she brought us all this matcha to drink. And I was like, what's so crazy about this, right? But apparently they love it. They're crazy about matcha. And so I don't know what's up with it. But so I started thinking, is she getting high off that matcha? Right? Because she was freaking, and she tells the girl, she says, why am I killing this? Right? She was just all over the place. And she was cracking up and everything, and they were, you know, they were having a good time. And so I was telling you, it was either genuine or they are some very good actors, because they're in a place where that's what they do. This is where they act at. The actors are at. And you know that Hollywood is trying to infiltrate these live streams, trying to behave like if they're just regular people, right? And I told you, I don't know if they're just regular college students or if they are Hollywood, right? Showbiz. And so I found out yesterday that there is something called Cronin. I think it's called Cronin or something. It starts with a K. It's OH7 or something like that. OH7 or OH1. It's from Asia. And it mimics morphine. It mimics opium. When you first take it, it gives you a rush. And you're on, guess it's like you're on methamphetamine. And then later, it mellows you out like if you're on opium. Right? Heroin, morphine. And the FDA can't say a damn thing about it because it's not on the controlled substance. So people are freaking buying this all over the United States. At gas stations, everybody's buying it. Why do you think there's so many damn smoke shops? They're selling it all over the place. And I was like, it looks just like matcha. I think that's what she was drinking. She was drinking this stuff. It's called hydroxy or something like that. I mean, K. It starts with a K. Cronin or something like that. It's OH7 or OH1, something like this. And let me see. Let me ask. Okie dokie. There's me. What's that drug that's sold at the smoke shops? Starts with a K. That's not it. They're saying it's Tenapine. Wait, brand names. It's not wanting to show for some reason. Brand names is called Zaza, Tiana, Neptune, Fix, Pegasus, TD. That's not the name I saw, because they're talking about it here in Fresno, California. It's not FDA approved, but it's all over the whole United States. I'll bet you that's what they were drinking. They had big old deals, and they said they were drinking matcha. It looks exactly like this stuff. And that's how you consume it, I guess. What are the names for OH1? I don't know if it's Ninja, Helicopter, Polar, OH1. No, that's not it. What's the name of that substance everyone's taking at smoke shops that mimics morphine and opium? They call it gas station heroin. It's 7-OH. Yeah, it's 7-OH. But they showed this one name. It starts with a K. Oh, here we go. Kratom. 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 It comes from the kratom plant. And it looks just like matcha. And so I think that's what they're taking. So I went and looked for this one, but I'll look for the girl. I'll look for the other girl and see if she's still on there. Yeah, let me find her picture here. Okay. It's under files. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, okay. Yeah. It looks like a legitimate channel, so I don't want to say her channel name, because I don't want to catch any heat. But I'll keep you informed. I'm going to see if this channel is real. I got her picture right here, so I check out the channel. But yeah, I think that's what it was, because that was too crazy. I noticed that the behavior, right? They were behaving normal, like normal people. You know, people who are having a good time partying. And so I'll check it out and see what's going on with it. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up some stuff. I'm gonna pick up the Poppy root beer, 1 can, and get me two things of the kombucha. The sourdough bread, I think this is some kind of a trick. The sourdough bread, they have it over at Aldi. So I think it's some kind of a freaking trick. But, you know, now that I know how to fast charge this thing, I might go over to Aldi and pick up a loaf of that bread. They're supposed to have some bread in there for $4, and it's something. But and I'm also going to tell you some stuff about, you know, we don't know the difference between whole wheat or wheat, do we? What's the difference between wheat and whole wheat? Okay, so that's what I'm gonna find out for you, and I'm gonna get a few products And I'm going to show you right before you, I'm going to show it to you on live stream so that it will click and register with you. Okay? And so we're looking for some tortillas. Also, the people that are tortilla eaters, they're also going to be pissed, but not as pissed as the mamas. Okay? I say the mamas because they're directing this at your children, at your kids, your toddlers. And like I said, they're going to be pissed. I might run in there and grab some of this stuff also so that I can show it to you. Okay? Because this is freaking bizarre. They're basically calling you an idiot. Like you're stupid. But like I said, I think there's more than meets the eye. Because this is going to piss the people off so much that they're going to hate the store that's selling the stuff. Because either they're doing it knowingly, conspiring, a partner in crime, or they're just freaking lazy. The marketing people, the people who are responsible for keeping, tabs on quality products, right? They're freaking either stupid or they just don't give a shit. This stuff should not be on the shelves for people's kids. Okay? It's one or the other. I'm thinking that it's probably these CEOs who are marketing experts are just not paying attention. That could be what it is. They can't be that stupid. The competition is going to F their ass up because somebody's neglecting the company and making it a sitting duck for when the people find out about this stuff, that they have this product up on their shelves, right? And I'm going to tell you about it. Also, to a lesser degree, the tortilla eaters, the people who eat tortillas left and right, which I'm going to get me some, okay? Because I told you couldn't find tortillas that were made with good flour. Well, I found some, okay? And I'm going to get me some because I'm trying to make these hot sticks that I was telling you about. Roast beef with butter and cheddar cheese and jalapenos and cayenne pepper. And so I need tortillas to do it because it doesn't taste right with bread. So I'm going to get these tortillas. But like I said, the people who eat tortillas, high tortilla consumers, they're also going to be pissed because they're basically calling you an idiot. Okay? It's pretty bad because you know how you get wheat. You got this crappy wheat that I've been telling you about, and they have the audacity, they have the nerve to label their product organic enriched wheat flour. That is freaking a slap in the face. Because they know the people are freaking idiots. Ignorant on this stuff. They've been confusing them left and right. When the people finally find out what they're doing, hopefully they'll do something about it. So I'll be telling you about this because I found a couple different products, and one of them is freaking a joke. Okay? And they're labeling it as if though it's health food. And so those two people are going to be pissed. The mamas and the high tortilla consumers. People who eat a lot of tortillas. Okay? Who buy the tortillas. People who make the tortillas, they have to just get the have to get the right kind of flour, organic flour, right? But now these bozos are putting out over here that it's organic flour. No, not organic flour. They're putting out that it's organic wheat, organic enriched wheat flour. That's freaking pathetic. If you're going to make it enriched, why even bother mentioning that if it's organic or not? You're going to F it up in the end anyway. Doesn't matter if it's organic or not organic. If you F'd it up, it's already bad enough. So why are you trying to confuse the people by telling them that it's organic? Okay? And so yeah, I'm going to pick up these things, and then I'll show you. Also, I'm going to have me some fish and chips. The Gordon's beer batter deep fried fish is pretty damn good, and it actually has wheat flour for the batter. If you read the ingredients, it says right there, wheat flour. And so that's pretty damn good. But down at the bottom, you know, the lesser ingredients, they do use modified cornstarch. So there's something going on with this modified cornstarch. I have to do some more research into it, but I'm going to pick me up some more. And they also toss in a little bit of enriched flour. So as soon as the people catch on, they'll end that. They're going to pull that stuff out of it real fast. They're already cleaning it up. A lot of people are starting to clean it up, but a lot of people are still clowning the consumer like it's a joke. And so I'm going to make me some fish and chips with this because they're so good you can't stop eating them. They better not be putting no MSG in there. But yeah, they are really good. And so this time I'm going to go all out, and I'm going to get myself the French fries too. So this thing's starting to slow down. I'm going to go watch this stuff. But I'm going to get the French fries too. They have organic French fries. Don't buy anything else except don't buy other French fries, because they're all loaded with freaking chemicals to the gills. They have organic French fries. They're made with real flour. You know, they take the French fries and they put, that's how they taste good. They put them in flour, rice flour, all these different things. They have organic French fries. So I'm going to have me organic fish and chips. The fish is wild caught, and it's pretty good. It just got a couple of things that need to be taken out of it, out of the Gordon's. But I was really surprised to see that it had actual wheat flour in it, not the enriched stuff, bleached or unbleached, right? Either way, it's garbage. So I was really surprised to see that. So hence, so I'm going to buy me another pack. It's on sale right now. It's like $4.97 for a 10-pack of these wild caught fish. You know, it's already caught and stuff, but if I had a kitchen, it'd be different. I'd be making my own fresh fish, right? So that's what I've got in the works. And this thing's almost completely charged. I've got enough juice to make it up to Hanford, so I can take off now, because apparently it starts going down once it starts getting up to 80%. But yeah, eventually I do want to charge it up to 100%, because it just seems to me like that would, you know, do something to the batteries. But I'm going to go ahead and take off. I got enough range to make it up to Hanford, and I'm going to be stopping through Lemoore to check out the charger there, because they got one of these, a fast charger. This puppy pumps out 50 kilowatts, but my car will not accept that. The car will only go up to, I think it was 18 kilowatts, right? It'll only go up to 18 kilowatts. The new cars, they'll go up to 100 kilowatts. You'd be 5 minutes, like that guy that was just here right now. He was probably here 5 or 10 minutes. Full charge, 300-mile range, right? But still, I'm glad I got this stuff. You know, I just charged up this in what, 20 minutes, what takes, you know, 3 hours. So well, 2 hours to get to full charge. I don't want to explain all that stuff, but I'm up pretty damn good already, and it's just going slow now. So I'm just going to take off and then recharge up there again. I'm going to check the fast charger up in Lemoore. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you. Thanks for leaving the comments. Appreciate it. Thanks for liking the video. This is signing out from 198 at the I-5, Interstate 5 in Coalinga, California, way out here on the interstate. And there's somebody in that truck right there. What's he doing? Okay.